Sagittarius, I am so bummed right now. I did your whole reading and the audio wasn't working. I'm about to throw this mic away. So I'm not using the microphone right now. Hopefully you can hear me. And I left the cards, you guys. I wasn't fucking around with this message. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. You don't even know. I was like, why do you do this to me, God? After I was just thanking Spirit, I was like, thank you for these messages. So I'm going to try to reiterate the same message, okay? I was definitely picking up on someone who was very, very spiritually connected, okay? And that's why I'm going to, instead of redo the entire reading, I'm going to keep this message here because it was a very powerful message. As you guys can see, we're going to be talking about the full moon in Scorpio. I'm not going to get too much into it. Full moon in Scorpio is all about, uncovering certain emotions. It's a full moon, so things are going to close out, cycles are going to end. I can't believe that I did this. It was like a 27-minute long reading too. It was a long read, and I was like, I don't even care because like this is like important. This is a time also of spiritual attunement, okay? Coming into like certain awareness of certain emotions, okay, with this full moon in Scorpio. And it's taking place on April 23rd on Tuesday. You guys, if you're watching it in real time, remember all my readings are timeless. So you guys, the first card that came out, and what was I saying? Okay, in the pre-shuffle, I saw the Hierophant, or actually it fell out on the floor. It was the Hierophant in the reverse with the 8 of Cups, okay? Before I started anything. And now the Hierophant obviously is, commitment. It's learning, knowledge. It's very powerful energy, right? But I was feeling like, okay, you could have recently walked away from something that you were committed to. Could be a relationship, could be a job, it could be a way of thinking, something, right? Walked away from that. And with Cups, it's something that you were emotionally tied to. And I was saying, okay, with this 8 of Cups, I'm feeling like you're kind of doing this like scan through, right? Or this like analyzing of each cup, and you're like, check, that one checks out. Okay, no, that one doesn't check. Okay, bye. Like, this very analytical energy. And it's, gosh, I wish you could have seen it in real time because all of it was so synchronistic. Like I would say something and then the card would show up. Now it just seems like I'm making shit up, but hopefully you believe me. So I had said that about getting this Virgo energy. And later on in the reading, the Hermit card showed up. So bear with me. First card that came out, you guys, and we're starting with, the Starseed Oracle, but it's lifting the veil, okay? We saw that 8 of Cups. Right? We saw that at the beginning, and now you got lifting the veil, which says questioning everything and anything unaligned must go, right? So yeah, definite confirmation that you guys are experiencing a situation or a time right now where you are checking things off of your you guys, I can't get over it. I'm so bummed. Like, it was such a good reading. The way everything came out was so perfect. And let's just read this from the book, you guys. Hopefully you still gain the same type of message. Hopefully it still hits you the same. It's just, how I get when I'm like, you can't make this shit up, you guys. Look I just said this and then it showed up. And then like, it's not the same if that's not happening, Anyways, lifting the veil, it says, things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Oh, and that's another thing. So I was getting Egyptian imagery right at the beginning of the reading. Before I had started anything, I was like, I'm seeing pyramids, I'm seeing hieroglyphs, I'm seeing something in connection with Egyptian culture or something like that. And then I was like, you guys could be watching documentaries. Also, there was something about weed, okay? Like you could be a smoker, but you could be using it as like, in a spiritual way, like using it to open your third eye or something like that, okay? Anyways, everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. To dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Some starseeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have a voice, to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself. Notice what's out of alignment and take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. It's no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. Some of you guys could identify as a starseed. You could feel very like out of place. Maybe you suffer from depression, or you have before. This is just, confirmation here, you guys, that you are a starseed, right? You may have lived other lives on other planets and other galaxies even. Like, that this world is so huge. There's something here about being like very, see, and I was about to start getting into the tarot. I can't even show you because it's not at the bottom of the deck anymore. But when I had first started, the first card that came out while I was still talking to you guys was the Empress, okay? The Empress. It's beautiful whether you are male or female. It doesn't matter. This is all four of the queens, okay? Very divine energy here. At the bottom of the deck at the time was the Emperor, you guys. And I was like, get the fuck out. Like the Emperor and the Empress, like this is a really divine being that I'm reading for. Also, there is a divine partnership out there for you. If you've been feeling like very alone, or like, man, when am I going to meet someone? Especially when you are of like divine light, or you're like, man, I'm such a good person. Not to sound like that, but like, you're a good person. You're a genuine being, and you're like, where's my counterpart here, right? So that's for some of you guys. The next card that came out was the World in the reverse, okay? Something needs to come full closure, okay? Full circle. It needs to close out. It needs to be done. It needs to be over, right? I feel like, there's a lot of imagery here of like moons, circles. I'm really being drawn to that. So yeah, there's something that needs to come full circle. And when that does, it's like there's this whole new version of you, Sagittarius. Like I can't even explain. It's like a whole new version of yourself. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And remember, we'll clarify those cards, but we also have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So there is an energy of you guys, like I said, when you're going through this sifting through, scanning through of all these things that are no longer in alignment with you, there is feeling like for a moment you may get a sense of like, man, what a waste of time. Like, because that's what this is. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is, wow, I wasted all my time planting all those seeds and they didn't even grow. Or I could have put my energy into something else. So we'll clarify that, you guys. But I definitely feel like, yeah, you're just coming to a realization of what you've been putting your energy towards, what hasn't been in the best alignment with you. And I know this is very cliche. I know you hear this probably a lot, but like once you get rid of whatever this is, I'm telling you, Sag, like you skyrocket, catapult into this whole new divine version of yourself. You're more abundant. You're more clear. There's somebody here is very connected, okay? And you have a job to do when it comes to bringing the light towards others, lifting the veil for others, speaking your truth about something. You could even be like very deeply connected, like you hold the key to like the Akashic records, or you are just a divine being that like I'm seeing like VIP. I don't know. It's really beautiful. So let's get into clarifying these. So the Empress, actually I started with the Seven of Pentacles. I read it this way. So I started clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. Where, did you put this energy that you're like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's going to be different for all of you guys, because this doesn't even give me like a clear answer, but it does tell me what happens, right? So you're in this energy of like, what a waste, right? But it brings you clarity. So much clarity, so much truth, so much insight, okay? We have the Ace of Swords, the Empress in the reverse, okay? We have her upright over here. Now we have her in the reverse. And there's that Hermit card that I was picking up on earlier. I was like, I'm feeling this analytical or Virgo energy, something about Virgo. Also the age 65 or 60, somebody in their 60s, something like that, that could be significant to you. But the Hermit in the reverse, you guys, this is someone who is very isolated. They're very withdrawn. They could mistrust. You could have been in this energy of like really mistrusting the universe, or really mistrusting yourself, right? Like I said, if you suffer from depression, it's like this, man, the whole world is just out to get me, or like, not in like a, I don't feel like you're trying to be a victim. Like there's energies that I pick up on sometimes that's like, oh, boo-hoo, poor me. But it doesn't feel like that. Even though it's kind of the same thing, it's not. It's like you're not trying to feel sorry for yourself. You're not trying to be this victim, but you're really feeling like, wow, man, like fuck the world sometimes, you know? Like that also, like I said, has part to do with you being a starseed and feeling like you don't belong here. It's because you are part of somewhere else as well, and you just could feel alien-like here, right? Something like that. But you're gaining clarity on this, and with the Empress in the reverse, like I said, you are this divine being that was out of alignment, okay? You're out of alignment because of somewhere you were putting your energy. It's siphoned from you. You could be an empath as well, right? So, I mean, the smallest thing could take from you, right? You're gaining your clarity on this. It says, speak your mind to solve your problems. This is logic. It's a breakthrough. It's insight. It's clarity. I also did see the Lovers with the Knight of Swords in when I was shuffling, and when I was talking about weed in the other video. And I had also brought up a connection. You guys, I'm sorry I'm all over the place. It's because I'm trying to remember everything I talked about. But I brought up a reference to South Park when Randy was trying to get his daughter Shelly to not have a weed problem because she didn't like weed. And he took her to the museum, and he was like, so you're telling me that Egyptians used hemp? Wow, you guys, 1122 on the timestamp. I called out and I saw that same number, that same combination of numbers last reading too. So 1122 is very significant. But yeah, there's something about the Egyptian culture, or like just you're really connected. You could have been here for a long time, a long time. You could have had multiple lives here, and that's why I'm feeling like a really divine being here. I can't even put it into words. It's like a very, and oh, I said this too. Let me know in the comments below if you know your birth path number, and if you are a master number 11, 22, or 33. Wow, there's 11 and 22 again. Holy shit. Thank you, Spirit. 11, 22, or 33 as your birth path number. I would love to know that. But this feels like someone who has, first of all, lived in multiple multiple universes maybe, or multiple like galaxies, different planets, been here for the longest time, right? Like this is a soul. This is a very evolved soul I'm reading for. That's why you feel so out of alignment, or like so that things really take from you, because this is a really weird time we're living in now, right? Let's get into the World card in the reverse here. We have the 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the King of Cups. I was like, damn, that's some good cards right there. It's like beautiful, happy energy, but we're clarifying this world in the reverse. Something needs to close out, okay? In order for you to have this, like I said, some of you guys have been worrying about your the stability of your happiness, right? Am I going to find someone? Am I going to be able to settle down? Am I going to be happy? Am I going to be able to like, yes, I have all this knowledge, and this isn't in a conceited way at all. It's just because you've spent so much time maybe like becoming knowledgeable. Like you want to know about the past. You want to know about the world you live in. You want to know, you're a very philosophical person, Sag, right? And you've been, you know, maybe traveling a lot, maybe, but you've been in your own energy, absorbing from others, okay? Yes, you could have put energy in other places that were siphoning from you, or that were, I don't even want to say siphoning, you guys. It's just like, you're so powerful that wherever you put your energy into, it benefits that and not so much you. It more so takes from you. So it's really important that you put your energy into the right things, whoever you are. And I would say that for anyone, but the message is very strong here for you, because you're a divine soul and you have a lot of ancestral knowledge is what I'm hearing, okay? But yes, on a more 3D level, you're like, yeah, okay, I kind of know this, but like, do I get that happily ever after? Like, do I get a family and a loved one? Do I get someone to share this with? And the answer is you do. Like I saw that earlier with the Empress and the Emperor, but there's certain things that need to get taken care of first, right? Might not happen just yet, but with the World card in the reverse, once you close out a certain cycle, you're more in alignment with this true happiness, okay? Or in going towards this happiness. There could be a water sign coming in for you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or this just makes you more emotionally balanced and emotionally stable. Something about your emotions so that your true happiness can come in. This could be about letting go of things from the past with the Six of Cups, right? Six of Cups is past nostalgic memories, childhood. So there could be something from your past that needs to close out. Or this could be somebody from your past coming back in once you close something out, okay? Maybe you've always had an inkling of this person, right? Like maybe you've always been in connection with this person, but you've just been separate doing your own thing, and now they come back. Clarifying this Empress, okay? We have the World now upright, you guys, beautiful. And we have it with the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So I really feel like you are definitely cutting things out that have nothing to do with your emotional balance, okay? If they take from you emotionally, or if they affect you emotionally, not even emotionally, if they're unreliable, untruthful, anything that's unreliable, untruthful, manipulative, and that could be with anything. It could be society, it could be people, it could be mindsets, right? You're getting rid of it. You close out that cycle. I see this completing. I see you being successful in this. And there's that like Virgo earth energy I was getting again, right? I know this is Capricorn, but it's earth. It's methodical, right? It says take a methodical approach and you'll achieve your dreams. It's someone who's dependable, patient, clever, responsible. So that's you. I think you know that. I'm hearing there's levels to this. And you're like, you're beating the game, not beating the game, like you're just like a high ranking player. I don't even know how to explain this, you guys. This is really beautiful. I'm really bummed that other reading wasn't, that the audio wasn't working, but I'm pretty sure I got all the same messages out. So hopefully you guys can forgive me, because it hurt me. It hurt my heart. Okay, and then we got some advice for you. I got the Strength card and the King of Wands. And the tiny tarot, I know it's little. So I definitely feel like this was testing your strength, you guys. It was testing your, it's like spirit. And I think you even know this. It's like you are so connected to spirit. You're like, oh, I know this is just going to like catapult me into the best version of myself. Or like, I don't know. This Seven of Pentacles energy where you're like, oh man, what a waste of time. I don't feel like you stayed in that long. I really don't, because you're so evolved, or you're so, even if you're not that evolved, it's just something within you that is telling you, and I don't want to say, oh, you're not evolved, but I mean, if you feel like you're not evolved, if you're like, man, I don't know, you're not talking about me, because no, it's you, okay? You can be like in a depressive state, haven't showered, can't get out of bed, and you are still a divine being. Right? That's just something you're going through, okay? And it's something that you were meant to go through. You signed a contract to go through this for a certain reason, right? And in this reason, it's for your evolution, okay? But the King of Wands being here, I mean, that's your guys' energy. I do feel like once this certain cycle closes out, once you sift through all these cups that need to be sifted through, there is this, like, new level of optimism or glow towards you, okay? So before you could have been feeling very dull and like you didn't have this life in you, and now it's the opposite. So that's absolutely beautiful. And then we ended it, you guys, with two lunar oracle cards. You got Moon in Gemini and Dark Moon. So the Moon in Gemini says stress may be an issue during this time. So definitely take time to rest. Do anything like self-care, like if you need to like take a bubble bath, or you need to go on a walk or something like that, just anything that's going to alleviate the stress. And then you got Dark Moon. It says spend time in contemplation and meditation in order to seek greater understanding of yourself and those around you. Yes, Sagittarius, love it. So hopefully, like I said, I hope you guys got that message. It was a little scattered because I wasn't doing it the normal way I do it. I hope you still got the message correctly. Let me know in the comments below, you guys. I want to hear from you guys how this is showing up for you. Okay. Also your birth path number. I would love to know. Okay. So I'm going to leave that here, Sag. I hope it resonated. I am sending you guys lots of love as always. Take care.